Hey Facebook Live world, this is Elphie. I'm just doing one about Epic LifeGame, which is the methodology that I created a number of years ago, like 5 years ago. I created this little system for operating in life. It was essentially personal development for gamers and gaming for personal development junkies. So yeah, I crafted that with the intention to gamify my life and essentially bring the idea of having competition and all these beautiful aspects from video games into real life. And so yeah, I'll basically cover some of the basics of it now, and also include a link to the quick guide in the description so that you can actually download it, or the article where I talk a bit about it as well, go into a bit more detail than what I do here. I just thought I'd really riff on the whole idea of transforming life into the ultimate game. It's something that I was really passionate about for many years, and yeah, I think it really has helped me and others who've used the system to have their life be fun. So shout out to Kenny, who's someone who still uses a lot of those systems today in his life to improve it. And so the couple of the concepts and ideas I talk about in this book, the first one is basically the mindset. So it looks at basically how do you frame your outlook on life so that you can start seeing it like a video game or like any kind of game, and then through doing that, there's a whole bunch of benefits that happen, inclusive of life being less so serious, but at the same time being compelled to continue to improve and beat the levels, etc. And then the second part is called characteristics. And by the way, if you have any questions about this idea, this concept, please, gamification of real life, pop any comments or conversation you want to start having down in the description below. So the second part of the Epic LifeGame methodology is characteristics. So characteristics are basically inspired by role-playing games. So when you hop into a role-play game, you basically get to take on this particular persona, and you get all these different stats, like how much health or strength or dexterity do you have. So what I do in this methodology is I transfer them into 5 chosen skills, essentially, or characteristics, and then those 5 chosen skills or characteristics define who we are. So they pull us forward into being those things, if they're the things that we choose to be. So if we're choosing to become courageous, then we could pick courage as a characteristic and then be reminded of it throughout the day. You can do that. You can use it as a system to actually keep tabs on how you're going with being certain ways. So the ones that come as default are action, fun, growth, love, and synergy, which are things that most of us can relate to. Next part is skill trees. So skill trees are essentially these 5 areas of life that we can improve on and have our lives chunked down into 5 different areas, rather than this big mess of things that we call life. And hey Lydia, thanks for shouting out to us. Great to see you on the cast. And so yeah, those 5 areas are financial, interpersonal, intellectual, physical, and spiritual, whatever spiritual means for you. So say where you're coming from, guys. Just pop into the chat and just say how you're doing, and I'd love to hear about how your life is going. All those people I can see on the cast watching me. So onboard system analyzers. So it basically, there's 2 more parts. So the 4th part is the onboard system analyzers, which are basically a neuro-linguistic programming inspired way to trigger us to become present to the characteristics and the projects within the skill trees that we're committed to. So if I'm using the default, and I'm someone who doesn't normally have fun as a thing that I do, or I do it but I want to do it more, then I would choose fun as one of my characteristics. And then when I'm feeling like I need to tap into a bit more of that, you can actually pull on that finger and tap into that concept, tap into that idea. And it does have a psychological effect on you, if anything, because you believe it has a psychological effect on you, which has be present to being more fun in the moment. And then lastly, the scoring system. So basically back then I gave like an Excel spreadsheet to do it, but nowadays there's plenty of beautiful apps that allow you to track your gamification of your life, whether it's an actual gamification app or whether it's just another method of tracking things. Hey Zach, how you doing? Thanks for the love. Yes, I'll give you guys a copy of this. Or actually, I'll put a link to it. Hey Timmy, good partying with you last night, Mr. Pirate, Yoga Pirate Man. Cool. I'll put a link there down below. Thanks for the love and the likes and the shares and just yeah. Thank you for your time and the gift of your presence you've given me in this cast. It is a blessing and an honor. I love you. Take care and see you all soon.